you know, some safety rules to ensure we enjoy the ride together. The biggest one is there's no standing allowed at any time for any reason except myself as I drive the train. There's also no eating, drinking, or smoking, with the exception of drinking water. Please also keep a tight hold on everything you brought with you. If anything falls over the silver railing, it belongs to the animals. Now that we got that out of the way, we can begin our
so if you fall over, you belong to
And today we will go all the way up along Mount Kenya, down into the Great Rift Valley, across the Sahara Desert, and the grasslands of the Serengeti. First habitat we'll make our way through is the Simit Hippo Outpost. This is a 3-year-long migration of a hippopotamus back to the Dallas Zoo. Y'all be sure to stop by and see them up close in the patio and glass viewing area if you haven't already. They are the 3rd largest mammal in Africa, growing to weigh over 7,000 pounds. It looks like we'll get a nice sneak preview as they're resting right there in the front of their river. They can hold their breath 2.5 times longer than a human and have specially adapted to have their eyes, ears, and nose on the very top of their heads. So that way, even when they are down in the water like this, they can still keep track of what's happening on the land around them. While they do have web feet, they're actually not that good of a swimmer. Instead, they bound around on the bottom of the riverbed, which is probably why their name means water horse in Greek. Sharing the habitat with them is the elusive okapi, the closest living relative of the giraffe. They have velvety fur with black and white stripes on their thighs that help them blend in with the dense forest of their homes. While they are diurnal or active during the day, just like we are, they have specially adapted eyes that give them excellent night vision, so that way they can still see where their predators are, even in the darkest of nights. As we head around past them, we'll enter the mountains of North Africa. On the rocks as we enter are the Nubian ibex with their bumpy curved horns and little goatees. Their horns can grow to weigh 20 pounds each, meaning they'll have a 40-pound headpiece with them for the rest of their lives. Also in here are the Ayurad with their smooth curved horns and glorious neck beards. They've been known to go months without any source of water, getting all that they need from the plants that they eat. Both of these guys are crepuscular, meaning they're most active at dusk and dawn. They also have concave-shaped hooves that act like suction cups, so that way they don't go sliding down the sides of the mountain. They have been seen jumping 8 feet straight into the air to climb sheer rock faces, and their babies are able to get up and run around on the sides of mountains at only 3 hours old. That is some very impressive dexterity for a toddler.
Look, he got a strip.
As we make our way down from the mountains, though, we will enter the Samburu National Reserve. Out in the wild, it is 200 square miles of protected land, giving homes to elephants, giraffes, zebras, and antelope like the eland. We have in here today, I believe we have the Hartman zebra. His name is Saba. It looks like he's all the way down toward the right. As we head over to meet him, be sure to look at the 3 tall spires in the center. Those are the termite mounds. Those tiny insects build these impressive structures with only their dirt and spit, but they are strong enough that elephants have been seen using them as back scratchers, and meerkats often climb up on top to get a better view of their surroundings.
Oh, I see it.
Here is Saba walking around on the right-hand side. Hartman zebras are one of only 2 species of mountainous zebra. They also have concave hooves, so they don't go sliding down the sides of the mountain. They form small herds of about 7 individuals, a far cry from the hundreds that the plain zebra can reach. And the black and white stripes on their sides are unique to every single individual. It's a lot like our fingerprints. No 2 zebras will ever look exactly the same.
Are the zebras black and white?
This gives them the added benefit of not only being able to blend in with their environment, but also their herd mates as well, as when they stand close to one another, they will break up each other's body outlines, making it hard to tell where one individual begins and where another one ends. This makes it very difficult for a predator to pick a target. As we cut around into the forested shale rock cliffs, though, we will find a new animal that prefers to take a much more direct approach to defending themselves.
Okay.
Right around past the large rocks and resting in their bushes are the spur-wing geese. Their names are Rufus and Reggie. They do have sharp bony spurs on the front bend of their wing, or the alula, which would be the thumb on our hands. It's kind of hard to see though through all their pretty feathers. In addition to their spurs, they eat blister beetles, which makes them toxic for consumption. So even if a predator gets past their defenses, they're still in for a nasty surprise. In the habitat beside are the Carricle sisters, Jana and Karen. Do not be fooled by their small, cute size. Caracals are only a little bit bigger than our house cats, but they are still ferocious predators, able to take down prey 3 times their weight. They've also been seen jumping 10 feet straight into the
Oh,
air,
yeah.
swatting down birds in mid-flight. Caracals typically live solitary lives, with one individual guarding a territory all on their own. But sometimes related females, like our sisters, will pair up to guard a larger territory together.
Those are cats.
As we make our way around into this bamboo forest, if y'all listen carefully, you may hear the next habitat before we even see it. The Great Rift Valley is a geological wonder that is visible from space. It's over 3,000 miles long and home to active volcanoes, forested mountains, lakes, rivers, and waterfalls.
I'm not really old that way, right?
This ecosystem was formed by the shifting of tectonic plates. Over 400 species of mammals and over 1,000 species of birds call it home. The first birds you can see down in the lake are the Dalmatian pelicans. They are the largest species of pelican, growing to weigh 35 pounds and have a wingspan 8 feet wide. The flap of skin underneath their bills is known as a gular pouch. Every species of pelican has this pouch. It is what they use to hunt and catch their food. We'll probably get a much better view of it though on the great white pelicans who will be further up along the river. On the far side of the river, hunting with their sharp bill is the European stork. They spend 9 months out of the year in Africa, hatching and raising their young before migrating to Europe for the remaining colder months. In the bushes next to them are a flock of guinea fowl. Those little gray birds run around underneath elephants out in the wild, as not many predators are brave enough to approach a fully grown elephant, so it's one of the safest places for them to be. All the way up here around the river bend on the far side past this island are the great white pelicans. They've been seen flying over 60 miles across the ocean looking for schools of fish. They can then dive down and see about 20 pounds of water and fish in their gular pouch before swallowing everything whole. As we head past them, we'll go under the waterfall. Look out for stalactites. I'll meet you on the other side.
Going down the waterfall?
Can we jump in?
You got the stork
This thing.
over there.
Stork.
And you got the big one. And you got about like the. And you get.
You see the little birds back there? That's so cute. Hi.
Oh man, you're not going to.
Right on this side of the waterfall near the river is the Stanley blue crane, the national bird of South Africa. The long black feathers on their tails are actually their wingtips, giving them one of the largest profiles when in flight. Next to the tall grasses is the Dimizile crane. They migrate between Asia and Africa every year, flying over the Himalayan mountains. All the birds here in the Great Rift Valley, though, as well as other animals across the world, depend on clean, fresh sources of water to be able to drink and find their food. We can all help create a better world for them by recycling whenever possible to ensure that plastic, metal, cardboard, and paper stay out of our world waterways and our oceans so no animals accidentally eat any of it.
We're going uphill, though.
As we come out of the Great Rift Valley, though, we will climb up along Mount Kenya. We will have to look very carefully in this habitat to spot the well-camouflaged eastern bongo. They have cinnamon-colored fur and white stripes along their sides that break up their body outline, letting them blend in with dappled sunlight and thick underbrush. They hide in the underbrush during the day to stay out of the sight of predators and then venture out at night to find food and water. Despite their excellent camouflage, though, the eastern bongo is one of the most endangered species we have in the zoo. There's only 100 of these guys left out in the wild. That is mostly due to unregulated logging of their forest homes, which takes away their hiding places so that predators and poachers who hunt them for trophies can easily find them. Because of this, they are part of our Species Survival Plan, or SSP. We work with zoos all over the world, over 200 of them here in the United States, to help spread the word of our endangered species to as many people as possible, as well as keep the genetic diversity of our populations high and thriving. I hope y'all enjoyed the waterfall, though, as it's the last source of water we'll see in a while. We're now entering the Sahara Desert, the third largest desert in the world. It's roughly the size of the U.S., but is still dwarfed by Antarctica and the Arctic. The The first guys you can see are the Somali wild asses. These lovely ladies are the ancestors of today's domestic donkey, but they do have a different head and hoof shape, not to mention the stripes along their legs. The two foals in there are new additions here at the zoo. They were only born early in August. Looks like the rest of the herd, though, have moved over to the right-hand side of the caves. As we go past the painted rocks, the first ones you may notice are the addicts with their curly horns. They have a brilliant white coat in the summer that reflects the rays of the sun and then darkens to a brown color in the winter to absorb it. They are part of an SSP program as well, as they are critically endangered out in the wild due to overhunting of them for their horns. A little bit further in are the goatlock. Their long straight horns are not just for show. They are one of the most aggressive species of antelope, as they've been known to take on full-grown lions and win. All the way to the right are the ostriches, Pepper and Newman. They can grow to be 9 feet tall, weigh over 320 pounds, and can reach speeds of 43 miles per hour, making them the largest and fastest birds on the planet. Banana Zoo, as well as many other zoos across the world, have partnered with the Sahara Conservation Fund to help protect these guys out in the wild, as well as the land that they live on.
I wish you would know.
As we come out of the sand, you can see the lappet-faced vultures and our black-crowned cranes, the national bird of Nigeria. Lappet means wrinkly face, and as you may notice, the vultures have no feathers on the top of their heads. This is because they eat the leftovers of lions and hyenas, which, yes, means they eat dead animals or carrion. That may sound really gross, but if you think about it, when was the last time any of us ate anything that was still alive? Vultures play a vital role in the world by cleaning up all these leftovers so that disease doesn't spread. I'm sure we can all appreciate them doing that for us. We're now making our way into Tanzania, home of the Kilimanjaro and Serengeti National Parks. Down in this habitat are the Nyala, a very clever antelope that have figured out that by following behind baboons, they get access to fruit at the tops of trees they normally couldn't reach. Baboons are notoriously messy eaters, often dropping fresh fruit, so the Nyala below have access to a quick sweet snack. That is the bachelor herd we have in our habitat. Females form their own separate herds of about a dozen individuals with their calves. As we head around past them, we'll enter the grasslands of the Serengeti. Across the river is the Thompson's gazelle, the fastest species of gazelle. They can reach 67 miles per hour as they run away from their main predator, the cheetah. With them and on our side are the lesser kudu. It's not that we like them any less than the greater kudu, they're just a little smaller. They can jump 6 feet in the air when running away from predators to startle and confuse them. Among the trees in the middle are the marabou storks. They are scavengers like the vultures, thus the lack of feathers on their head, but they have been seen chasing down snakes and lizards for their own prey, as well as fishing out frogs from the riverbed. Over here to the right, the big upside-down looking tree is the secretary bird. They are raptors, just like eagles and owls, but instead of flying silently after their prey, they prefer to chase them down with their long legs. They'll form hunting parties of 5 to 7 individuals and help chase out prey from each other. That big upside-down tree, though, is known as a baobab tree, also called the tree of life. It is vital in its home environment as its bark stores thousands of gallons of fresh water, allowing native animal and people to feed from it during the drier months, making it another year until the rains return. Rafiki and the Lion King lived in the baobab tree, and it will take hundreds of years for one to reach the size of the replica that we saw here and the one that's in the movie. We're now coming around down to the part of the tracks that is an incline, so please keep a tight hold on any children or cameras. We're entering the Gombe Stream National Park. This is the same park that Jane Goodall did her research on primate behavior and adaptations. Here at the zoo, we do have a 3-generational troop of chimpanzees. There are 7 individuals in the family. At the moment, though, they do not have access to their front habitat. We're doing some repair and construction here on their waterway to make sure that everything is comfortable and safe for them. Don't worry, though, our chimpanzee family is quite comfortable in their back area or private bedroom on the far side of the habitat. Every animal at the zoo has one of those. Inside is always air-conditioned or heated for them, depending on their temperatures. They also have plenty of enrichment to help keep them occupied. Enrichment is a novel food or toy item that we give to our animals to help stimulate their minds and natural behaviors. It shouldn't be too much longer, and then the chimpanzees will be able to come back out on their habitat and say hello to everyone. When you see them up close next time, though, be sure to cover your smile with your hands. Showing your teeth is a sign of aggression in almost all species of primate, so they will easily mistake a friendly smile as a threat to them.
Well, I'm gonna smile. I'm gonna start smiling.
Speaking of smiling, though, as we come down from the chimpanzees, you can see the Nile crocodiles. They can grow to be 14 feet long, weigh over 2,000 pounds, and they are ambush predators, meaning they will sit motionless for hours just underneath the water surface, waiting for any unsuspecting animals to come by and try to get a cool drink of water. Before they'll know what hit them, though, it will be dinner time for the crocodiles, as they can bite down with a force of 5,000 pounds. As we make our way around past them, we'll enter the bottle cranes. They are the tallest species of crane in Africa and live in wetlands. They are a monogamous species, meaning the pair we have in here will stay together for the rest of their lives. While they're not currently endangered, they are threatened, as wetlands are one of the most fertile farmlands in the world. Conservation efforts are working hard to bring knowledge of wetland scarcity and plight to farmers, encouraging to use already cleared and cultivated areas of land. Doing this will ensure that in the future, animals like the water crane and our own sandhill and whooping cranes here in Texas don't become homeless. Through the lovely bamboo and foliage, you can see the J. L. Hammond Gorilla Conservation and Research Station. Inside, we have some wonderful views of the bachelor and family troops of western lowland gorillas that live here at the zoo. They can grow to weigh over 400 pounds, but they are herbivores, meaning they'll only eat plants to reach that impressive size. Unfortunately, though, all species of gorilla are endangered due to bushmeat hunting and deforestation. That's why we here at the zoo, as well as other organizations like the Diane Fossey Center in Rwanda, Africa, are doing our best to bring knowledge of this beautiful animal's plight to visitors here and those living with them in the wild. We can all help protect gorillas and other animals at home by looking at the ingredient list on food and cosmetic products that we buy and making sure that palm oil isn't listed. The harvesting of palm oil trees is one of the leading causes of deforestation and rainforest destruction across the world. Barring that, though, if you search for palm oil in the App Store on your phone, you can find a handy app that will let you scan the barcode of products to check to make sure the companies who made them use renewable sources of palm oil to do so. If we all can find time to use this tool while shopping, I'm sure many animals in the wild would appreciate it. After you've seen everyone here in the wilds of Africa, you can make your way down this path to head back to the large tunnel for Zoo North. On your way, you'll go by the mandrills. Be sure to stop by and say hello to Saffron and her little boy Opie, as well as his adopted father, Jax. Mandrills are the largest species of monkey, also having the largest canines for skull size. They get brilliant coloration on their faces and bodies that brightens up as they mature. They're one of the few primates that does smile as a greeting, so when y'all see them, be sure to show off your pearly whites. Right beside them, we have the African black-footed penguins. Most people, when they think of penguins, only think about living in the cold climate that they've seen on TV, but only 4 of the 17 species of penguin actually do. Most of these guys prefer the warm temperate waters and rocky outcroppings that we've provided for them here, and we do have underwater viewing so you can see how well they can dive and swim. Unfortunately, though, these little guys have lost 90% of their wild population in the past 10 years due to overfishing of their habitat and pollution of their water. We can help them by making sure we know where our seafood comes from and that it was sustainably harvested. The Seafood Watch app on our phone can help with that. We can also help by switching to reusable shopping bags and water bottles. Most of these plastics end up in our waterway. We're floating along the ocean current. They resemble squid and jellyfish, a favorite food of pink ones and some sea turtles. Unfortunately, though, eating plastic does not work out well for anyone. So making this simple switch at home will save countless lives, protect animals, and keep our drinking water clean for the future.